just the other day I was talking to one of my buddies. He's also a pro bodybuilder, somebody, really, really good. And he was joking around with me, and he was saying, how can I get to your size, or, whatever. He was just fucking around, but kind of being serious at the same time. And I was like, dude, all you got to do is just change one little thing, right? Just say, add one little bit of food, a couple hundred calories or something, just an extra little bit of food, and do that for a few weeks, and then you add a little bit more. When you do things like that, but I mean, that's when you think about it, right? You think about bodybuilding. If back when I was 18, you told me all the things that I would have had to do to get where I'm at, you said, okay, you got to do, I mean, geez, how many workouts has it been since I started training? So I said, you got to do, 5,000 workouts, and you got to do eat this many meals, and you have to spend this many hours posing, and you have to do this. If someone just enumerated all that shit, I would have been like, fuck, like that's impossible. How can I ever do all those things? But when you break things down and you're doing things day to day, meal to meal, set to, rep to rep, set to set, brick by brick, all of a sudden it becomes possible. When you just got to add a little bit here, a little bit there, things evolve, and then it's building up over the course of months, of years. All of a sudden you find yourself someplace. So you can either just continue to do what you're doing, or you can along the way say, I think there's a better way to do this. It doesn't have to be about more. It doesn't have to be about adding more all the time. You say, oh, I'm going to do this better. And over the course of a year, where will I be? Or, if you're sitting there, you're saying, well, I know that this would make me a little bit better, but, oh, man, that's a pain in the ass. By the time you sit there deliberating about it, you probably could have done it. Or, how many times have you're sitting there, or, you're someplace, and, you end up getting in a meal half an hour later than you were supposed to. Why does it always have to be late? Why couldn't you get it in a half an hour early? And then everything got bumped forward early, and then you could get another meal in that day. Like, you can get ahead of things if you want to. Oh, you just got to just do it. Just I hate to say it, but that was maybe one of the best taglines ever. Just do it. Yeah, I mean, vitamins and minerals being key. I've used Animal Pack since the beginning. That's something I keep in there. Something I consider a foundation supplement. And as I said yesterday, I'm a big believer in aminos. Off-season or pre-contest, but even more so pre-contest when you're in somewhat of a calorie-deprived state during training, keeping you anabolic, keeping the pump, just keeping everything just. I think the aminos are great. Fatty acids, animal omega being a comprehensive and convenient product to use. Aside from those three products, I don't really use a protein powder when I'm dieting. I prefer whole food. There are times where I crave, I'd love to, I want a shake. It sounds so appealing because I don't have anything in my diet really chocolatey or that tastes good like that. But I'll throw one in and it just doesn't agree. Probably because I've been having whole food in there for so long, and throw a shake in, your body's like, oh, what the hell is this? But when in the off season, if it's something I use regularly, it sits well with me. Definitely the best product. Remember, I was getting ready for my first show. I was cranking out, like, I'd take like 20 grams of BCAAs during my training, like really calorie deprived, pop them all during training, and even though like I'm not running on a lot of food, my pumps would just be fucking nuts. Something that stuck with me ever since. I mean, back at the time, it wasn't nitro, but same concept. It stuck with me ever since. This is by far my favorite product. I mean, in that whole lineup, I mean, you know, post-workout drinks are great, pre-workout energy stuff is great, but like the basic shit for me, like the aminos, hands down, I could use them all year round during dieting or even better, but great product. Great product. One little thing done each day, it adds up. And I mean, it's like anything. It's like saving money. It's like, you know, it's like everything adds up. It all adds up over time.